Welcome to Author Toolset Tuesday with a quote from Voltaire, who said this amazing little thing. Work saves us from three great devils: boredom, vice, and need. Yeah. Think back to the time when you were super busy during the course of an entire day. The day flew by like nothing, yeah? Right? And yet you got so much accomplished that you felt really fulfilled as well. One of the things that we do when we procrastinate is we don't live in that state where really amazing things can happen. We're sitting on someday island, wrapped up in a cozy little blanket, perhaps with a pina colada in hand or whatever your favorite beverage might be. And for me, it'll be the big bag of sour cream and onion chips, big bowl of sour cream to go with them because you can't have too much of that. Nothing ever happens there, not for me. I don't think it does for you either. So that's why we need to be focused on developing our author mindset, our author tool set, our author skill set, all those things that make writing a book inevitable. Hi there, my name is Christopher Diarmani. It is my pleasure, it is my passion to empower aspiring Christian nonfiction writers to share their trauma to triumph journey using a complete, detailed roadmap to writing success so they can write, publish, and finish their book, finish and publish their book, and make the impact they know they were born to make in this world. And if that describes you, yay, glad you're here. Really glad you're here. So to this quote from Voltaire, work also delivers what boredom and vice and need can never deliver: impact and fulfillment. Those two things are huge. Those two things are why we're put on this earth: to be helping others, to be of service to others, to make that impact in someone else's life that you know you can, and thereby becoming incredibly fulfilled because you're doing what you know you were put here to do. So the act of writing is not about sharing some information or just telling a story. It's way deeper than that. And it's an exploration of yourself, of your internal beliefs, your internal thoughts, your internal beliefs. It's a dance with divinity in a way that nothing else can, right? It's a way to enrich your soul with that internal exploration that makes all the outward stuff that you want to do for others possible. Makes it possible. The writing tool set isn't just, your pen it's just not your favorite pen. It really, really isn't. It's not your notebook. It's not your laptop. It's not your voice recorder. It's the thing that lives right up here. It's the brilliant combination of your experience, your knowledge, and your faith expressed through those tools. The tools are just a means to an end. You can use anything to write your book, but you need to have this set up correctly first for any of that to happen. You have to be willing. And that can be really hard, especially when we're writing about really difficult topics. When we're writing about things where it's really painful for us, and to go through it, to experience it again in our minds so we can get it onto the page can be really challenging. I get that. It might be because someone in your family is wholly and 100% committed to stopping you from telling the truth. That can be out there as well. And so those things can make it really challenging. That's why courage is so very important. So very important. So I want to ask you, are you feeling bored today? If you are, try something new. Try something you haven't done before. Try something really outlandish for you, whatever that might be. Try writing in a style you've never written in before. Try writing George Carlin, or pick someone that you admire and try writing in their voice, just to see how that goes, because that will stretch the possibilities of what you can do. It's really fun, too. Then express a really deep emotion on the page, something that you experienced that was deeply, deeply traumatic and perhaps impacted you in a really, really powerful way and not for the better. Try getting that out of your head, out of your heart, onto the page in front of you, and just feel what that experience feels like. Do this every day or some variation of it. And I guarantee you will never be bored with writing. Not ever. Not ever. For me, and I hope for you, writing is a form of meditation, a form of prayer. It's a form of trying to figure out what's really going on in here and what's really going on in here. And how can I share that with you so I can help you make your life better? It all leads back to service to others. It's why God put us here. And the more clearly you express yourself, the more clearly you are aligned with your values, with your faith, with your integrity. super important things. Be of service to others, and you will be rewarded with buckets full of gratitude, with fulfillment. And those buckets should always be filled to overflowing. But that can't happen unless we do the thing that's put in front of us to do. Which for you and me, we need to write our book, we need to complete our book, we need to publish our book, and we need to market our book. We need to make sure that the people who our book is meant to serve can actually find it. And there's challenges all along that way. Yeah, been there, done that. Succeeded sometimes, failed at others. But it's through those failures that we learn, right? Always. So a quote from Proverbs 16:13 I think is applicable here today. Commit your works to the Lord and your thoughts will be established. It all begins with this. Nothing out in the world can happen, not on your computer, not in your notebook, not in your voice recorder, not in your pen and paper. None of that stuff can happen until there's first a decision made up here. Commit your works to the Lord and your thoughts will be established. Pray to God for guidance. Pray to God for courage. Pray to God for wisdom to make sure you're writing the book that needs to be written. That can be a big challenge, I know. But here's the thing. Your book, when it's written and published, will be someone else's survival guide. Because someone's out there going through exactly what you went through, and they're still stuck in the midst of all that pain, anguish, all that stuff. But you have a way out. You found the path out. That's why you want to write this book. This is why God put you through that experience and led you through it, so you could share that journey with others and help them. You are God's mechanism for helping all these other people make their lives better. It's an awesome responsibility. Totally get that. But it's a beautiful one too, because we are called to be of service. Someone out there is desperately waiting for the book that only you can write, because the quirk of the human mind is that I heard write from an outline, schedule your writing times, do all those things for probably the better part of 15 years, and I didn't do any of them. And I don't remember who said it some slightly different way, but someone did, and that was the only way I could actually hear those words. It seems absurd, but I bet if you look in your own life and look in your own heart, you're going to realize that that's true for you too in some fashion. So look at the times that you've heard whatever the thing is, dozens and dozens and dozens of times. But it wasn't until this one person said it in this one way that it could break through the nonsense up here and make it down to here. That longest journey, right? And your book will be that for someone else. Your book will be that for someone else. It will be their survival guide. So write it. Help them. Do it for them if you won't do it for yourself. Truly. So I hope that's been encouraging today. I hope that I've helped light a little bit of a fire underneath your writing chair so that you move forward and you write that next paragraph or that next page or that next chapter and get your book done. I would love for you to connect with me on social media. You can do that using the link you see on your screen, writingcoach.pro/Christopher. There's links to all my social media platforms there, as well as a couple of tidbits that are available for free that I think will help you on your writing journey. So until tomorrow,